Hey, what's going on? My name is Matt, and this is Icarryusa, and today we're going to review the CAT O, I think it's called, by, I don't know how to say their name. I don't know if it's Cyelee. It looks like, to me, I would say it Cyelee, or Cyelee. Cyelee? I don't know. Alright, so this thing gets sent to you in this box, okay? It is made in China, but on the flip side, Holosun is also made in China. Most of these things are made in China, so if that sways your option, whatever. If you want an American-made one, Trichicons are like $600 to $1,000. So $600 to $1,000, alright? So, comes in this box. Obviously, this screams China, okay? No big deal. It's got a cat on it. Not a cat fan, but it's called the CAT O, so I put a cat on it. Inside the box, you get a bunch of cool stuff. You get this little patch here, okay? I don't know what I'm gonna put it on, but it comes with a patch. It comes with a warning tag. I'm not gonna read that. It comes with a zeroing guide on how to zero it, okay? Gives you a website on how to zero it, okay? Gives you a manual on how to use the red dot. If you don't know how to use a red dot, you need more training, okay? But it does give you a manual, so you can refer to your manual.
I wish I got that. I was aimed down.
That hit me right in the face. Okay, comes with a cleaning cloth. We're gonna go over that. That's really cool. And it also comes with, like, I'm not kidding you, like 500 screws, okay? So it's gonna fit pretty much anything on the market, all right? Like literally a whole handful of screws, which are cool because I like saving these suckers because I always lose them on the ground and then I get mad because they blend in with everything else in the ground and you can never find them. The one day I was out here shooting the Holosun and the screw popped out and I had to order it from Amazon. But you can only order 50 at a time. Who needs 50 screws? They're a star bit and a flathead. One's for zeroing and one's for taking the battery tray out. Oh look, more screws. And that's my plate. Okay, other than that, that's everything in the box. Shove it back in there. And I don't want to drop these screws, so we're gonna set it down like that. All right, so here's the red dot. I put it on my 365X, okay? And I will say the overall construction of the red dot is very good, okay? It's all aluminum housing. It does hold a 1632 battery. The battery tray is in with a Torx bit, so I think it's I don't know what bit that is, like a T15 or maybe a T10, but it's good, locks in there nice. It sits real good flat on the gun. I will say it's a little thicker in the, I don't know what they called it, the base of it, but it's not like noticeably thicker, okay? It's not bad. Overall, the window, it's polarized window, it's good. The dot is super crisp. It's a nice clean dot. You don't get that. I don't get it, at least. I don't get a starburst, anything like that. I do get a slight starburst with other red dots. This one, for some reason, I don't know how they manufacture it. I do not get that starburst. It's a nice clean circle. Okay, so it's pretty good. You got your brightness here. You got plus on this side. And you got your minus on this side. Okay, so it's nice having it on both sides because you know which side's plus and you know which side's negative or minus, all right? So there's no way to get that confused, and they sit down in the red dot so good that when you rack it like this, you're not hitting them accidentally like you do with some other red dots. All right. Other than that, it's pretty good. I will say, if you're like me and just clean your red dot like this, for some reason, my thumb fits in there literally perfectly, and I can get the whole lens cleaning it just like that. Unlike some other red dots, not gonna mention names, it's hard to get in there. You gotta use a Q-tip and stuff like that. This one, you can literally just wipe it with your shirt, okay? So it's pretty good. All right, so we're gonna get to testing this thing. Oh, and it has shake awake, okay? It does have shake awake, so the battery life on it is somewhere on the ground here. The battery life, I wanna say, is 30,000 hours, which is pretty long. I'd say it's like 2-3 years. So that's pretty good. I will say when pistol red dots first came out, battery life was like 3 months. Now they're all pretty much 3 years, 4 years, stuff like that. So it's all pretty good. I just swap them out once a year on my birthday. Happy birthday, Matt. Here's a new battery, right? All right, let's get to, we're gonna test this. We're here at what, 22 yards? We're gonna test this real quick, and then we're gonna beat the crap out of this thing. I hate this I want to say sorry to my SIG first, because we are going to beat the crap out of it. It is hooked to this gun, so apologies. It also says it's submersible, so we're going to dump this thing in water, leave it in there for a while, and we're going to see if it still works. All right? So price-wise, I believe they're sitting right about at $150, $160 price-wise, which is pretty good. Another thing I want to cover with this optic is, if you can look at the optic, you'll see how thin the wall of the lens, I guess, of the body is. See how thin it is? Compared to the Holosun, which is much thicker body. And I will say, it's a much bigger window. It obviously appears bigger. And also has an arch at the top, which gives you a lot more picture. All right, ready to shoot? Let's go. We're gonna test this thing out. We're here at 20, we're probably at 30 yards now. 30 yards. Not bad. I don't know how they do it, but most of the red dot companies out there, I don't know how they do it, but this thing was spot on out of the box. Like, I didn't have to move it at all, which is crazy. A lot of Holosuns are like that too, and I'd love to know how they do it. But this thing was dead on out of the box. I literally put it on my gun, went to zero it, and I was like, holy crap, that's amazing. I like that the window is so big that you can pick up the dot. If like you're a little off, you just right to it. That arch in there makes that better. I know Primary Arms came out with that big circle. It's like a 42 whatever circle, and that kind of gives you the same effect where as soon as you see an arch, you're like, oh, I gotta go this way, or I gotta go that way. This just has a bigger viewing window, which allows you to find the dot a little better. Kind of keeps that dot panic down. Now the cameraman's gonna shoot it, so I have to do this, which is really cool because it's kind of like holding a big gun. All right, so you're gonna try this red dot out now?
Yeah, I'm curious about it. It's quick though. It's quick to get on it. I only missed one out of those.
Pick it up fast.
It's like really fast. Like,
Yeah.
I have the Sig Romeo, like I have this piece of shit.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I hate this one. After we torture test this, I might tell Cyelee to send us another one. I might rock it on my actual carry if it's good enough. I'm not gonna lie, for a Chinese company optic, this is not bad. And I can't wait to torture test it. All right, we got our photographer shooting the Cat Zero.
The window's pretty big.
You carried a Holosun, right?
Yeah.
So compare it to that.
It feels a little bigger, the window.
It's a much bigger viewing picture, right?
Yeah. And the dot's a little smaller than my dot.
Oh, it's a 3 MOA, but it's not
No.
a 3 MOA.
No, it's like
It's definitely smaller than
it's
a
like
3 MOA.
1.52 MOA.
Yeah.
All right.
My Trigicon was a 1, and that is really close to that.
He preferred the whisper. Ooh. Nice.
The sight's really nice. Like, the window looks good.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it.
I probably wouldn't.
I like it.
I probably wouldn't buy it though.
No?
For $150 though, that's pretty
You
cheap.
can buy 2 versus a Holosun.
Yeah.
That is true.
And
Dude,
it's shake away.
You could mount 2 on there, like 2 eyes.
Do they make a bigger one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they make
yeah.
all
You
sorts.
remember we looked at the site, they had a ton of different kinds. They had some for long rifles, they had quite a few.
The thing I like about it though is the frame is so skinny. It helps
Around
pick that
here?
dot up faster. They do. The other ones they make are thicker, so
The
I don't know if I'd
Holosun's
still feel the
thicker,
same
I
way
think.
about them. But
All right, trick shot.
trick shot. What? Oh! They say it's 100% submersible, which realistically anything is submersible. But is it gonna last after it's submerged? So we got our ammo box here. You didn't fill it all the way up.
Hold on, go ahead. Oh, so sad. Matt's face.
All right, we've been in water now for 15 minutes. The water is starting, I don't know if you can get it on camera, it's starting to look like the BP oil spill with how much oil came off my gun. not the best idea to do with a SIG, just because I have heard it's cold. They've had some issues with rusting. But anyhow, the dot is still on. We're gonna see if it's still zeroed. I guess you can consider this a torture test for the SIG too. No! Why did that not go off? Oh my gosh.
Well, we know the SIG can't fire.
All right, so on the other news, hey, it worked. SIGs don't like water. Oops, sorry guys. I think, you know what I think it was? I think there's so much water back in the striker that it's slowing the striker down.
How's the hit look on them?
It's there, but it's not a good hit. Same thing happened with the Glock 42 and they're too dirty. Let's try it again. And the red dot's still on for anybody who cares about that. Not bad. All right, now we're gonna beat the crap out of it. Here I am with this, okay? I know guns are tools and they're gonna get beat up, and I get that, and I'm all about it. But dropping my gun on purpose, I don't like doing it. But, so we're on millings. For you people that don't know what millings are, it's basically chopped up asphalt that they lay back down.
Also, just for the internet Karens, we are clear.
Yeah, it's a clear gun. I wouldn't do this with first off with a SIG,
yeah.
And second off with a loaded gun ever. All right, here we go. We're gonna drop it at, what, 6 feet? I'm 6'1", so it's right about there.
6 feet.
All right, ready? Here we go.
Oh.
Right. That was right on it. Still on. Why not drop it more? Oh, look, there's a rock. Let me drop it on the rock. Oh, that was right on the rock. Oh, no. Still on.
Still on?
Let's see if it held at 0. See, it's got milling dirt all over it. Yeah, it's dead on. Now I got millings and water in my face. It's in the stash, bro. All right. Let's see what else we could do with this thing. All right, real quick. We only dropped it twice, and I will say the finish comes off very fast. But, I mean, we're beating the crap out of it. All right, if you've been to any of my classes or seen me on camera at all drinking water, I drink out of this Yeti because I'm like all about saving the planet and stuff, you know? I just like the Yeti, and it's got a bunch of cool stickers. Anyway, all right, so we are going to hold this in front of the red dot as if, like, let's just say, like, I'm hiding behind a brick wall or something, and I go to shoot, and then the red dot smacks the brick, all right? Let's simulate that. I don't know if I'm gonna hit the target like this, but press it against there. Oh, that last one was a good one. All right, we did stovepipe, no big deal. Obviously, there's a freaking Yeti sitting on top of the gun. All right, unloaded gun, right, cool. This is AR-500 steel. As you can see, I already tapped it against here a couple times. This is obviously not something you would do normally, but we're just gonna keep beating the crap out. If someone online sits there and goes, "You just lasered yourself a couple times," just quiet, all right? It's racketly. Of course, I just freaking got my front sight. All right, check out the steel. I'm not being nice to it. Jeez, look at the red dot.
Jeez.
All right, let's see if the red dot's still there. Still there. Let's see if it's zeroed. All right, let's check the zero after beating it against the AR-500 steel. That's dead on. All right, so, yeah. I mean, we did some damage to this thing. It's pretty marked up.
Too close.
Definitely too close. I mean, it's not bad. The dot is crisp. It's not a bad red dot, okay? It's, I mean, I beat the crap out of this thing. Put it underwater, beat it against steel. I held it in front of my Yeti. We could shoot it. You want to shoot it? I mean, it's probably not bulletproof, right? The only thing I don't like about it, I want to say, is the base is a lot thicker than most red dots out there, but it's not a terrible thing. The only downside to it is you can't co-witness your sights. Okay, so It is what it is. Now, some other guns I have with red dots, I don't even have sights on them. I just use the dot. Obviously, I'm not using it as a concealed carry gun, but for this application, could you get away with defending yourself, not seeing your iron sights until your red dot goes down? Yes, you absolutely could. With good training and proper sight alignment, or proper natural point of aim, you can definitely engage a target with no dot and no sights, okay? But being you can't see your sights, I would probably give this thing like it's not bad, like a 9 out of 10. It does a good job. It's got a clean dot. It's pretty durable. I've never beat the crap out of a red dot like that on any of my other stuff because I buy it and I don't want to ruin it. But other than that, I'd say 9 out of 10. I like it. It's not bad. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the range.